Welcome to my first video of 2025. Yes, it is a new year, and with that we have New Year's resolutions, a new start. I'm sure that many of you are looking at getting back into the fitness game. I already have been, because I'm fucking amazing. Now, considering the subject matter of today's video, I was hoping to be out on my fair hills and being active while talking about things that make me feel active. Instead, I'm stuck in the car. However, I am feeling damn good today. I am feeling energetic. So, we're going to go with it. And I've got to get this video out. So, there you go. For anyone who isn't aware, and why the fuck would you? My two main passions in life have always been heavy music and working out. I'm sure many of you can relate when you're in a room full of people that you've got nothing in common with. None of the conversation engages you in any way. But then suddenly it switches to a certain topic and suddenly you find yourself invigorated, revitalized. That's how I feel about these two subjects. So I thought that was a great way to start off the new year. Not only that, some of you may well have overdone it over the last couple of weeks and you need to get your shit together. And I'm also going to be posting a lot of stuff on my Instagram account, That Metal Bloke. You can find the link in the description of this video that you're watching right now. Go and do it. Go and do it in that. Oh, you didn't bother, did you? And it's just going to be posts of working out and metal. Great, might inspire you lot to do some stuff as well, so there you go. Doesn't matter what age you are either, get on it. Now the title of the video is 10 songs. However, I've actually got 18. 10 appeases the algorithmic gods. And I've also done this as a Spotify playlist, so you can find the link to that in the description as well. But these 18 songs are just songs that I've been listening to over the years when I'm working out. Whenever these come on a random playlist, it just, you know how it is. There's certain songs that just, enough! Indeed, let's get into it. Track 1 is Napal Death with Narcissus. This was the first track on their latest EP. Resentment is always seismic, and I was hooked on this one the moment I heard it. Starts out with this dirty, filthy bass line from Shane Embry, which then gets crazily heavier and builds as Barney comes in with his sledgehammer voice, and then it just goes full on hardcore. And this is just one of those songs. When I'm out running, this one comes on random. More than likely, I'm just going to be playing this song for the rest of the run because it just moves me. Do you know what I mean? That's the beauty of a lot of this music. There's no intellectualizing with this. This stuff speaks to me on a primal level, and that's what this playlist is about. It's just songs that get me fucking charged up. Narcissus by Napal Death. Great start. Next up, Consume by The Mighty. Sick of It All. From their, was it 1994? Their Scratch the Surface album. Again, first time I heard this song all those years ago, I was just absolutely hooked. You've got this almighty bass intro by Craig Satari, their bass player. Amazing bass player. The tone on this one is sick. And then the guitars come crushing in, and Lou just, the lyrics in this one as well. Don't back away from me. That sounded more like Roger Moret. I've been listening to this song over and over since 1994. And it just never fails. Thoughts. This one just never fails to get me motivated. I'm sure you've all had that thing where you just sat at home, you feel like shit, you don't feel any energy whatsoever, and then you put on a certain band or a certain song, and you just immediately just makes you feel better. It just like it releases all this energy into you, and oh my God. Such a damn good song. This one will never not be in a workout playlist for me. Incredible. Next up is a fairly obvious one. This is Cannibal Corpse with Scourge of Iron. Oh. I mean, do I really need to say much about this song? That fucking heavy riff. You got that fast-paced intro, and then it goes into a real slow stomping groove of a riff that is just this is one of those, try not to headbang to kind of songs, you know what I mean? It just cannot fail to get you moving. Fucking brutal, so damn heavy, and it just this is one of those ones when I'm out running and maybe I'm getting to that point where I'm starting to feel tired and a song like this comes on, it kind of pushes me through, you know what I mean? It just gives me that extra something incredible. My next pick is Poison Idea, and it's the title track from their album Feel the Darkness. Feel the Darkness. This might seem like an odd track to pick because there are plenty of faster songs on that album, and in fact this is actually a quite slow plodding song, but I've also found when I'm out running this one is a great pace setter. Do you know what I mean? You can really lock into the groove on this song. It's about 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes long, so it's a real nice one to just kind of meditate to as you're out running. Incredible track, Poison Idea, an incredible band. I've already sung their praises in my 10 perfect albums list, and a lot of you like that as well. There's also going to be a lot more hardcore representation on this channel for this year, so I'm telling you that right now. I didn't have to be so aggressive about it, but... Next up, sticking with the punk hardcore vibe, Beat the Bastards by The Exploited. This is just a... This song is just ridiculously... I don't know, it's not the fastest song I've ever heard, but there's just such an energy behind this one. Watty, of course, singing about not trusting politicians and, you know, beat the bastards. It's oh, God, it makes me feel good just thinking about this song. It's an incredible one. Whenever it comes on the playlist, you've got this intro piece of a spoken word kind of I don't know what film it's from, but when it finally does segue into that opening riff, it's just, fuck yes! Beat the Bastards. Fucking love this song. I'm fucking getting amped. I'm going for a run in a bit. My next pick is probably going to piss off some of the old guard, but this is a bit of metalcore, and this is from the mighty Harm's Way with Human Carrying Capacity. Jesus Christ, this song makes me want to smash people's faces into a wall, but in a good way. Frontman James Pilgey is a genetic freak. The guy is built like the Hulk, and the pummeling riff that sets this song off is just, it just puts you in a nasty, grim mood straight away that's perfect for working out. And the vocals are just aggressive as fuck. And when you know who's singing those vocals, you know what I mean. Relentless song, heavy as fuck. This one makes me want to lift weights, you know what I mean? There's certain songs that I find are great for running. There's certain songs that I find are great for lifting. This is one of those songs. Incredible album that it's from as well. What was it? Posthuman. Their last album's fantastic as well. I love this band. I've been listening to this band for a long time. They're absolutely incredible. For anyone who doesn't like metalcore, give Harm's Way a go. Give this album a go. It's fucking incredible. It's brutal as fuck in the right way. It's amazing song. Amazing album. Amazing band. So there. Next up, sticking with the incredibly brutal, we've got Nails. Endless Resistance. This is the collaboration that they did with Max Cavalera from Sepultura and Soulfly, of course, and Cavalera Conspiracy and fucking, Go Ahead and Die, and he's done a lot. He's done a lot. The opening riff on this one is just so slow and dirgy and nasty, and that guitar tone is just fucking amazing. Brutal as fuck, and just, again, all of these songs, they just have a physical reaction, a chemical reaction maybe, that just, as soon as I hear these, you know how it is, you get that skank face. Is it skank or stank face? You know what I mean. As soon as I hear that opening riff, fucking brutal. Love this song. Slow, plodding, sludgy, heavy as fuck. What's not to love? Are you thinking about working out? Do some push-ups now. Now! Next up, we go to Pantera and Suicide Note Part 2. Fuck. This is one of their heaviest songs. It's just heavy as fuck. It's a bit more of a faster, thrashier sort of vibe to this one, and it's just, you know, in many ways, this one actually benefits from listening to Part 1 to go into this. Because Part 1, you know, it's got that more meditative thing, especially if you're out on a run. Kind of maybe you're getting into a nice little groove, a nice little flow. You're just enjoying what's around you. And then it goes into Part 2 and it's fuck. This is a great song for sprints. You know what I mean? Just fuck. The album that it's from, of course, is pretty well documented as Phil descending into addiction. And this song is reflects that. But there's a fight to it. You know what I mean? There's a fight back. And come on, Suicide Note Part 2. I don't need to explain this song. It's fucking relentless. My next pick, old school Sepultura from the Chaos AD album. Love that album. Manifest. Oof. You got that kind of a groovier, hardcore kind of a build to it with Igor's relentless drumming. Oh, the tom work that he does is just so damn good. But then when it kicks into the proper, when it kicks into that riff, fuck. Ugh. Yeah, Manifest, a song about, was it a prison riot? Fuck me. If that doesn't inspire you to fucking move, just fuck off. Next up, we're going back to some real old school stuff with Straight Edge by Minor Threat. Minor Threat are one of my favourite bands. I love them. Every time I hear them, they're just exciting. They're just exhilarating. I myself have just hit 9 years sober. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are watching this who have had issues with alcohol. Maybe you still do. This is one of those songs, I don't know, in a way I feel proud to when I listen to this. Because, you know, of course, anyone who's been through addiction issues, you'll have moments where you start convincing yourself that you can do that again. Like I said, I've just hit 9 years and I don't intend on going back. Not only is the music infectious and energetic, but the lyrics really speak to me on this one, and it kind of reminds me that I've made a good choice in my life. A fantastic punk hardcore song, always inspires me. This is another one that I got a feeling a few people might give me shit about. Slaughter to Prevail, 1984. I'm kind of a bit on the fence with some of their stuff. Some of their stuff I really enjoy, some of it not so much, but this track is absolutely stomping. The riff in it is fucking heavy as all hell. And in fairness to Alex Terrible, a lot of people go on about his dumbed down lyrics, I guess, but this one is really talking about something. This is a Russian band essentially talking about and not supporting the war. Do you know what I mean? This is about, hang on, we're all brothers and sisters here. Let's just unite. So the lyrics on this one I find very inspiring as well. But the riff in particular is just stomping, heavy as fuck, real groove-laden. Great song. Next up, back to some hardcore with Madball and For the Cause. This might sound like an odd one as well, but this is one of those ones that lyrically inspires me. You say never reach for the stars. You say you'll never get too far. You say you're a lost cause. We go on and on and on. Keep on keeping on. Fucking great. This one feels to me like it's just a shout back at the haters, you know, the people who put you down and tell you that you'll never get anywhere in life, which is perfect perfect lyrics for when you're working out. You know, you're getting into those sets where you're really starting to tire, you're not feeling too good anymore. It's like, oh God, you want to quit. It's lyrics like these that kind of just make me keep going, you know what I mean? And the you know, the riffs in this are great as well. It's just a great song. Fucking love this one. Amazing. Next up, Power Trip, Crucifixation. This is just a high energy thrash song that gets me fucking going. There's nothing particularly about the lyrics that inspire me necessarily on this one, although I do love the vocals. Rest in peace, Riley. This one's all about the energy. Dark, heavy, fast thrash riffs that just get me fucking fired up. You know what I mean? Sorry. Next pick, Rollins Band, Starve. How can you have a workout playlist and not have Rollins on there? Do you know what I mean? This song is about going without. This song is about just keeping on going, keeping your existence lean. I mean, the video for it is pretty much a workout in itself. It's just, you know, it's Rollins. Fuck's sake, I could have done an entire playlist with Rollins stuff on here. I know, I don't agree with everything the guy says, and the older I get, the less I relate to the guy, but there's no denying what an inspiring guy he is, and it just, you know, fuck yeah. Rollins, man. Fucking Rollins. Next up is another hardcore pick. I really got into hardcore music during all the lockdowns. There was something about this music that just really spoke to me, and so much of it is on my playlists for working out. This one is the mighty Terror with One with the Underdogs. I could have chosen a multitude of Terror songs and albums, actually, to be fair, because they're just so goddamn heavy, so relentless, so damn consistent. This track just has everything. It's only like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. You have all the hard, fast, hardcore riffs going on along with the vocals, and then we get to this breakdown section, which is just, ugh. Terror, One with the Underdogs. Fucking incredible track. Next up, Cro-Mags. I was a bit torn of whether to go with World Peace from Age of Quarrel or Apocalypse Now from Alpha Omega, but I've decided to go with Apocalypse Now. It's a much longer track for a start, and it goes through all these ebbs and flows. It starts off very slowly. I think you've got like 3 or 4 sort of breakdown riffs that kind of occur throughout the entirety of the song. Starts off slow and plodding, gets this really fucking great stomping riff. And it just builds up to this real great thrash-inspired breakdown later on in the song that is just incredible. And you tell me, if you haven't heard this song before, listen to this track. When it gets that thrashier section, tell me that Machine Head didn't rip this off for the song Violate. I mean, I love that song. I fucking love Machine Head. But I didn't realise this till hearing it later that, you know, when in Violate, when it goes into that thrashier section, you tell me that it's not inspired by this. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Both are great songs, but Apocalypse Now, fuck me, man. It's such a damn good song. And again, like Rollins, if Cro-Mags don't inspire you to work out, then, you know, you're a lost cause. Penultimate song, this might seem like another odd choice, but it's Angry Neurotic Catholics by Carnivore. The energy of this one is just fucking phenomenal. Pete's lyrics, I mean, they're not inspiring in the idea of like wanting to work out, but they're just so fast-paced and so militaristic in many ways. I don't know, I just have a blast listening to this song when I'm moving. You know what I mean? It's just an aggressive as hell song. And Carnivore are great, and I wanted to have a Carnivore song on my playlist. So Angry Neurotic Catholics. Brutal. And my final track by Marauder, Master Killer. This is a band that I didn't really appreciate at the time because they've been around for a very long time as well. But I never really appreciated them until about 4 or 5 years ago, and I really started listening to them. The album that this comes from, Master Killer, is an incredible album as well. It's just packed full of amazing songs. I could have chosen any of them, again, for this playlist, but this song is just amazing. This might be one of those songs that a lot of you heard back in the day and maybe haven't listened to in a while. A lot of you will know what I'm talking about. Master Killer Tier. Not only is this musically heavy, but the lyrics in it are just great as well and just inspire you to work out. It's got that, it's hardcore mixed with samurai. You know what I mean? And like the Code of the Samurai kind of the type vibe with it. And it's just, again, it's deadly and violent and vicious, and it's a great one to work out to. So there we go. That's my 18 songs for this first video. If any of you really enjoyed this and you want a part 2, I've got a ton of songs that I can do for this one, and I can easily add them to the already existing playlist. Again, you can find the description for that in the video. It's a new year. There's no reason not to be working out and making good changes. And it doesn't matter how old you are either. Doesn't matter what situation you're in life, there's always something else that you can do to make things just that little bit better. If you're not feeling very empowered, take some power back by investing in yourself. You know what I mean? So, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to be putting posts out on Instagram, and it's not going to be anything other than like documenting workouts, foods that I'm eating, and it's all going to be backed by fantastic heavy music. Nothing more, nothing less. If you're interested in that, follow me on Instagram, and we'll get, we'll have a good 2025. Let's get January off to a good start anyway. So you can always do push-ups and pull-ups. Do you know what I mean? Get some resistance bands. You don't have to join an expensive gym. There's lots of inexpensive ways you can do shit. So just get moving and get your blood going and listen to some heavy fucking music while you're doing it. Anyway, so that's the first video of 2025 in the bag. I hope that you all had a great one, and yeah, 2025, here we go. Let's see what this one brings. Catch you later.